Hi everyone, it's Nicole, and I'm here with day 1 to day 5 for the December daily, and that's adding the photos. And to do all 5 pages, it took me about an hour and 40 minutes, and I did not do them in a row. Like this one here, I had 20 minutes before I had to get ready for work, so I just turned on the camera and I worked until the 20 minutes was done. I think it was like 24 minutes, and I was done that day. And I'm trying to do the days like that where I'm just doing one day at one time. And it usually takes me about 15 to 20 minutes. I have to say, one of the days took me about 30 minutes, and I think it was day 5. But that I think it's just because I probably shouldn't have been scrapbooking. Probably should have gone straight to bed. But I was trying to get it done, and it took me way longer than it probably should have, just because I was exhausted. I have my grandson this week, so I had to work one night on the 15th overnight, and then he got here on the 16th around supper time. And then we had hockey, and it's just been a whirlwind since he's come on, I guess that was Tuesday maybe. Today's Friday night. Today Friday night? Yes, I think so. Yes. We just took him to get his pictures taken with Santa, and so it ended up taking like 3 hours. Anyway, long story, but we finally got his pictures taken. And then we went for supper, and now we have about an hour, and then we have to leave for hockey. So it's like just go, go, go. And then by the time we come home, he's having a nap right now with my husband, so that, because the hockey at midget level hockey games is really late, so it's like 8:30 to 9:30, and by the time we get home, it's going to be past 10. So I just want to make sure that he has a nice little nap so that we can, he's going to be happy at the hockey game. So obviously this is day 1. And the fun thing is for most of the days, I don't have much to do. I have to add a few pictures and add a few little embellishments. Now, the first few days, I was just taking out the cards as I needed them, but that was a pain. So the last few days, I just got a little smarter, and before I turn on the camera, I just take out all the cards that I need, and then I just work on them. So that was a stamp that I just used there from Unity Stamps, and it says Elf on the Shelf, and that was the day that Peppermint made his first appearance, and he's sitting on my son's shoulder. And on December 1st is the first time that my son shaved for the first time, and because he needed it. And so I kind of sat him on his shoulder, and I said that he's looking to make sure that he, did it right. And then the card next to that, once a month I go for a massage, and I kind of took a picture after it was done, just sort of at the table. And I go at least once a month. I go about 15 times a year. So some months, if I get injured, then I go an extra time. And I'm glad I do, because, there's a lot of times I don't think that I could actually walk. And okay, so the recording stopped, so I don't remember what I said at the beginning, but anyway, I was almost at 9 minutes when I realized that I forgot to check if it had recorded. So if I repeat, I am sorry. So again, I'm going to do the journaling directly on the background, but it doesn't really show up. So then I'm going to pull a tag or label from Chic Tags, and I'm just going to do the journaling on that. And that's going to finish off day 1, I believe. I just took, basically, my pages are all done. I'm just adding a couple little things like a tag or a tab. And then I'm adding, like there I added a couple of the peppermints, and then I realized that I forgot to glue them down, so I just glued the peppermints down with some glue. And, a few little stickers that was from my stash. And then now we're on day 2. And day 2 was all about, my little Mason and how his tooth got infected from where he fell and broke his tooth, and they needed to take it out right away. And, that we had gone to see him in Fredericton. So I took, a few pictures of him, and I'm just going to spread it out over the layout. And we had taken him shopping, so I took a picture, and then I just put how, he had such a difficult time eating because it was paining him so much. And after he was out, and we only got to see him after it was out, and he was so hungry. And when we got to Walmart and he saw those baby food, and they kind of have a spout on the end, it's like for 12 months or older, and he hasn't eaten those in like forever. But when he saw those, he was like, nom, 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 nom. He just wanted to, eat one right away. I just opened one right in Walmart, and before we paid for it, and he just ate it, and we got to the cash, and it was like an empty one. It was like, sorry, but he was so hungry. And he kept grabbing them and, giving them to me and say, more, and I mean more. And we ended up buying him like $50 worth of baby food, which ended up he was able to start eating way sooner than that. But my mom was telling me today that he still once in a while will go and grab one of those because he does like the taste of them. So he'll just, when he's a little hungry, he'll just grab one and eat it right now. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm just writing down the story of how that happened and how we drove to Fredericton and went to see him. So that's the part where, how we drove and went to see him. And then this card here, I'm going to write down about what happened in Walmart and how he just wanted everything that was on the shelf. Because he was just so hungry. And I had put down how much I found that he had lost weight since the last time that I saw him. And that card had, it's double-sided. And so I just kind of finished the story on the back. And then that card here, it just says shopping list. So I just put one gift per kid, what the stuff that they want. So I just put that there. And the card next to it, I just took a picture of all my layouts. Not all. Some of the layouts that I want journaled in by the end of December. So that I can start scratching the surface of the pages that are not journaled. And I know for sure that's going to be one of my goals in 2015 is by the end of the month when I put the layouts away to make sure that they're journaled and then to get caught up on some of that journaling. Now here I just took 2 more little pictures of my grandson, and then there was a stamp set from my creative time that said means so much. And then I just put down on how that my husband, as soon as I told him what was happening, he left work, came and picked me up, and we drove to Fredericton right away. Like there wasn't even a question. I didn't even have to ask. He just said, I'm coming home. We're going to go see him. So that meant so much because he knew that there was no way I was going to be able to sleep that night. So this is another coffee stamp from my creative time. And it says, perk up, everything will be fine. And pretty much, that's how I felt after I saw him. I knew that everything was going to be fine. And that's what I need to do was just see him. But because I was, perk up, I just put a picture of coffee, and then I love molasses cookies, and I had just bought some, so I just put a picture of that, and that's all I put. I put love, coffee, and molasses cookies. And that's no, I have one more card that I need to journal on, and that's the one here. And I just put that there was 22 shopping days left, and that we only have 6 gifts bought. Not good at that point. You know what? We're the 19th today, and there's still not very many bought. So tomorrow we got to go finish that off as soon as Mason goes home. So now we're on to December 3rd. So the first one I did, I had taken a picture of what I was scrapbooking that day. And so I just kind of took a picture of the close-ups of what I was scrapbooking. And I just put a bit of scrapbooking. And then the title card, I put peppermint. And I had just gotten those peppermint enamel dots. And I just put peppermint, trying to sneak away with my enamel dots. Naughty elf. And that's what I'm writing down right now is naughty elf. And then I'll put a peppermint onto that card. And again, I'm not adding a lot of stuff, and basically just an enamel dot here and there. I'm not printing the pictures to the full size. On my pick frame app, most of them I'm choosing the frame that has the 4 pictures, and basically so it's like a 4x4, but each picture is probably almost 2x2, and I'm just cutting those down, so it's going fairly quickly. So the bottom card is my son. He wanted to see what it would feel like to get in the cage, just because his dog is so hyper. When we leave for work or when we leave the house, we have to put him in his kennel because he would have the house torn apart. So I took a picture of him inside the cage, and I just put silly boy, and then I just put a little bit of journaling. So the card that I'm writing on right now with the gift, I just put that this week I'm planning out what we're going to get done next week. Sometimes it feels like a waste of time, but in the long run, that's how we get everything done, is to make a plan. So that's what I was doing that week, was because my husband had taken the next week all off. So I was planning out everything that I was going to do the next day. And then the one with the reindeer, right now I'm just talking that I got quite a bit done on my December daily that day, and it feels good to get most of it done so that I know that in the crazy month of December that I'll only have to add my pictures. And I'm so glad that all my December dailies done. There is no way that I could get this done right now. I'm having trouble just getting my days done. I have, like, this is day 1 to day 5. I did day 6. As soon as I'm done this voiceover, I'm going to go do day 7. And when we come back from hockey, I'm going to do day 8. And tomorrow I plan on finishing the day 5 to, you know what I mean? Like day 9 and 10, so that it's going to be done. But if I had to do any kind of a lot of embellishing, I don't think it would get done. So I think next year I'm going to plan on the same thing, and that is to get it done ahead of time. I know I got some of it done in December, my December daily, but it was almost all done. By December 10th, I was completely done all my 31 pages. So it was good. So the top card, that day, it was just so busy that we just went to McDonald's, and so I just didn't feel like cooking, so McDonald's it is. So now we're moving on to day 4, or December 4th. And that day I was sick. I didn't go to work. I stayed home. So I took a picture of my PJs, because I stayed in my PJs all day, and the Dimetap, because I had to take some cold medicine. I got a couple loads of laundry done, so, because I mean the machine does that, right? So I got that done at least. I would just get up and just kind of put a load of laundry on. And I got a bunch of videos caught up. I love The 100. If you haven't watched The 100 yet, it is absolutely awesome. It's on the 2nd season, and I hadn't started watching the 2nd season yet, so that day I watched a whole bunch of The 100. So I took a bunch of pictures off the internet, and just on my phone took a picture of it, and then I just printed it off on my Canon selfie. And so the top right card, that's what I put that day. I watched a whole bunch of shows from The 100. So yeah, so that's basically on the top card. I'm going to end up using a label, and that's where I'm going to do my journaling. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 pictures on here, but they're all about 2 by 2s. And then I took a picture of, because I had a little layout there that looked like scrapbooking. It can be gift wrapping or like scrapbooking, and I took it like so it was scrapbooking. So I put that day I was working, I finished off December 22nd, like the base page. So I took a picture of that, and then I took a picture of the basket of laundry that I got done, and like I said, my PJs and the Dymatap, and then again coffee, because coffee is a big part of every day. If I don't have coffee, I can't function. I need coffee to function. And so anyway, I decided to give the 100 sort of one of the biggest card, just because I wanted to do a bit of journaling. I just started watching the second season of The 100. It is one of my favorite shows. It reminds me of The Hunger Games, and it really does. It truly reminds me of The Hunger Games, and I absolutely love The Hunger Games. So like I said, if you haven't started watching it, I would really recommend it. It was actually a Netflix original, and it did so well that now the TV networks picked it up. So now it's on TV. So it's a really good show. And that reminds me, there's an episode that played this week and I didn't watch it yet. So that'll give me something to watch tonight when I'm doing the December, day 7 and 8. So here I just took some of my mini markets and I'm just spelling out laundry. And then underneath I just wrote down every day, because, I don't know about you guys, but there's laundry every day. It doesn't matter that I do laundry every day. There's still a load or two to do every day. But anyway, I guess that's just the life of a mom. I have to say though, I've noticed a huge difference since my second daughter left. My first daughter, it's too long. Like, it's been 12 years, so it's a distant memory. But my second daughter, oh my goodness, that child dirties a lot of clothes. Like, she would change like 5 times a day. So there was always tons and tons of laundry. So I've noticed a huge difference since, she moved out, but there's still laundry every day. You got 3 people having showers every day, like just the towels. So this one here, I took out my mini, my mind's eye, tiny stickers, and I found the letters are a little too wide, so I'm cutting them down, and then I'm just writing out December daily, and it's a pretty light pink with a darker pink letter. Love those. I love those tiny letters. I know I have a ton, but I use them all the time, so they're not going to go to waste. I am going to use them at one time or another. And now what am I doing? Oh, I'm still spelling out December daily. I'm just putting those stickers away. And on the bottom card, that's where I'm going to put my picture of my PJs and the Dymatap. And then on that little banner, I just put not feeling well, didn't go to work. And then the last card, and it's the one that has a little frame, I just took a picture of a coffee, and I'm going to stick that in there, and I put always good. And then I'm going to take out my stamp again from my creative time, and there's a cute little coffee cup, and I'm going to use that up, and I'm going to stamp it on some of the pattern papers, and I'm just going to cut it out and build it up. And I'm just using my favorite thing inks that I got in the November kit, and I'm stamping that up. And then I'm going to also use some, I think it's something soft brown, maybe from who makes that? Hero Arts. Anyway, I just want to apologize if my voice sounds super like not peppy or anything like that. Super tired. It has been a long 2 weeks. I feel like I could sleep for a week straight, I'm sure, if I was able to. I think the first thing I'm going to do tomorrow, once my little mason jar goes, is I'm going to go have a 2-hour power nap. And then we'll go do some shopping because, oof, I am super, super tired. I truly tip my hat off to all the moms out there that, for example, Sarah Swan, she has 2 little ones and she uploads a video like every day. And that means, most of her scrapbooking gets done after the kids go to bed. I've been finding that this week, every time he goes for a nap, I go for a nap. So all you moms out there that are, scrapbooking with young children, just know, I know a lot of people say, oh, wow, you get a lot of pages done in a year. Like this year, I'm going to get 240 pages done at least. And, yeah, I realize that's a lot, but I don't have a little family, you know what I mean? Like my son is 15. Yes, I follow him and go see his hockey games and all this stuff, but I still have a little bit more freedom, being that he's a little bit older. So it sure helps that way. So anyway, I just want to say who a few moms out there that are, getting your memories down while your kids are young, like thumbs up, good job. So this is going to finish off day 4. On this little card right here with the tree, I just added another label, and I just put that today was truly a day of rest. I did a couple of laundry and took some pics of layouts done and didn't do much. And that's going to finish off day 4. And then we're going to go on to the last day, which is day 5 for this section anyway. And this is the day that took me the longest. And I think it's just because I was, like I said, I was just super, super done by the end of the day. So I just put, again, we didn't do too much that day. I got a couple of orders in. I still wasn't feeling 100%. I had to work that night. So I got supper done. That night I got to watch The 100 again, watched a few episodes of that. I took a few pictures of the orders that I got in. That's when I got in my color lab, which I love. I can't wait to play with it. And then both my kids gave me some selfies, and I don't even know if they took them that day. I think my daughter took it on day 7 actually, which I'm gonna re-scrap again. This is just a small photo, but just where the card said naughty and nice, I just took a picture of my son and my daughter, and I just put for my son I put nice, and then my daughter I kind of ticked off naughty, and then I scribbled it off and then did nice just as a little joke. And the card next to it, I just took a picture of peppermint, and then with my letters, I just put always watching. And those letters actually are called peppermint also. And then the one with where I'm, the picture of the hamburger, I just put that. I always find that this time of year I love cooking. And next to the title card there, I put the picture of the 100, and I just put power watching the 100, love, love, love. And then I just took a picture of my 2 orders, the color lab, and the other one was some little bags, and then my bag for my, what do you call that? My planner. And then I'm just going to do a little bit of journaling, and that's it. That's going to finish off day 5. So thanks for watching. Bye.